Our condominium complex is looking at updating our landscaping. We have gardens in front and back of our building, plus around our pool area. To start the planning process, we had to find local nurseries close to where we live in the Cinco de Diciembre colonial of Puerto Vallarta. First nursery, Vivero Shalom, is located in the Fluvial area of Puerto Vallarta, and the second one, Costco and Paraiso, is located in the area of Pitillal. So here we are at Vivero Shalom. It's one of the largest plant places, and we're looking for some plants potentially to add to our condominium. And this place is huge. So Vivero Shalom, or Nursery Shalom, is located in the Fluvial area. And the Fluvial area, if you want a reference point, is right near Costco, or where Costco is located. And this particular nursery is actually just less than a block away from Costco. And it's located on Avenue Fluvial. This particular nursery has everything you can imagine to do with landscaping. Not only do they have regular bedding plants, flowering plants, they have cactus, they have trees, they've got your potting soil, they've got containers, both decorative as well as just basic square boxes or planter boxes. Like anything you can imagine to do with landscaping, you're going to find here. Had lots of attendants around. Most of them only spoke Spanish, but a few did speak English. We found them very knowledgeable and extremely helpful. I'm not an expert in gardening, so we needed a lot of input to give us an idea of what we could plant and where. We did have a really good idea with our plans what was sunny or partially shaded or what got full sun. And when we asked those questions, they pointed us to the correct variety of plants and what kind of pots they should be put into. So this particular nursery is probably one of the largest I found. It's a little bit larger than Paraiso that we found in Pitillal, and I'll show you that one next. But that one is also a very good sized nursery and has a lot of the same things, but there are some differences that you'll pick out. So I would definitely recommend going to both nurseries, especially if you know your plants and you're looking for something particular, because if one doesn't have it, I suspect the other one will. The intent of this video is to help people out like ourselves who live in a condominium who need some landscaping services. So I'm just gonna, for the rest of the video, pretty much just walk you through the two different nurseries so you get an idea what's available. And hopefully by you viewing the video, it might give you some ideas. Also say that these nurseries are full service, so if you want the plants put into your gardens or put into planter boxes, they'll do that for you as well. We found at both nurseries, if you're ordering a certain amount, they generally offer free service or just ask that you tip the delivery guys. If you have your own planter boxes, if you deliver them here, they'll fill those with the plants that you order. So they offer a lot of services here in addition to the plants, and that's very, very helpful. So for the rest of this video, I will try to add very little commentary, and I will let you see what we saw, and I think you will be impressed by what they have to offer at both facilities. They got the single petal ones, but I saw that David and Gail have this double one, red, that looks really cool. And they said they wasn't really losing its petals either.
So some of the challenges of those, the other colors, is that they get really big. Yeah. I was booked for dwarf varieties. Dwarfs in the past. Somewhere over here. Wow, look at that. That's an old one right there with that trunk on it.
Yeah.
You can see they keep cutting it back.
They dug it out of the wild somewhere.
Here's the hedges.
Yeah. Well, let's go find the guys and get your list. And you got the number of plants.
Norfolk Island pine.
Yeah. We don't need those.
No, those can get massive. So we can kind of go like this and then end up going back towards their little office area.
Yeah. Well, they got some nice palms too.
Oh, this is another thing that works well down in a shaded area.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the names of these. Oh, yeah, nice palms.
Yeah, I love those things, but they get pretty big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here's the pygmy date palms that talked about earlier.
Yep.
These actually, when we've decided that the ones that are in the pots by the pool area, that they've outgrown that, and we could switch to those.
Love these. They require a lot of light?
Yeah, that's a blue agave.
Yeah.
Make tequila out of that.
I know.
Yeah. Check out the size of those Madagascar palms right there.
Yeah.
Those are really old ones, but they haven't been taking very good care of them because they dropped their leaves.
This is actually really interesting. It's almost like a fern tree.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
You can see they cut it back here.
Yeah.
And so it's got the new growth that's come up.
Yeah.
And
okay, here's some of the plants you were liking.
yeah, those are the ones we have on our terrace.
Yeah.
I think it's a false fruit of paradise.
Yeah, I like those. And they don't get very tall, right?
No, there are some different varieties, but you look for the dwarf variety, and you can see on our terrace that they just barely go over the top of the railing. More croutons.
We have philodendrons there, which we don't want.
Yeah. I think those are called caladiums, and they're an understory forest plant that can't take a lot of sunlight, can't take direct sunlight or it'll burn the leaves.
Huh. Well, maybe that would be good in the stairwell.
So you can see croutons are a popular choice.
Well, they bring in so much color. And look how you get a sense for around the palms and all that, right? That's,
yeah.
they're right underneath here.
See this purple heart?
Yep. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah. I think we've got enough of it from all the different terrace planters around our building to be able to do most of those pots.
Take a look down here. Palms and croutons seem to be the most popular thing here. That's interesting too.
Oh, this might be like a favorite palm. This one likes low light. And you see it inside shopping centers quite often.
Mark had a lot of these on his terrace, but they all died away. I got one on mine too, and it didn't make it.
It's another one that doesn't like the light.
Flowering plants that look pretty cool. Okay, let's find the store.
These are the Ixoros right here, the different colors. Some of the stuff we can also look at would be ground cover type plants to see it.
So for our condominium, our real intention was to try and get a budget because we need to get a budget approved before we can go ahead and update everything in our landscaping. So we first walked around the gardens here to see exactly what they had, and now we need to go and find some of the owners or the workers here so we can have a discussion with them to sort of get a really good idea what makes sense, but more importantly to get the pricing so we can submit a budget for approval by all the owners. So you can see though from this video how large a place this is, and the variety of plants they have are just incredible, and in a lot of cases they actually put them out in sort of decorated beds, so they had a lot of palm trees or different high plants and underneath them low plants, and sort of self-made gardens, so to speak, and that gave us a really good idea what would look good. And we have a couple of outside gardens that some of these ideas would be appropriate. But the main thing here for us today was not to buy anything, but figure out some pricing so we could put together a budget. And the people here were just great with assisting us in doing exactly that. So the store or the office is right behind all these, I guess, paraphernalia, planting paraphernalia, that is. They have a whole bunch of planter boxes here and so forth, and all the workers were found in this area. I think we surprised them because they were eating lunch back there, but they were very helpful to us and very welcoming. And so that was great. And as I said earlier, that we discovered that a couple of them had relatively good English, which was a benefit for us because unfortunately we don't speak as Spanish as well as we probably should, especially since we live here for a number of months a year. Our Spanish is definitely a work in progress.
We're interested in, and I want to get some prices on those plants and then some of the supplies. So,
Okay.
If you can tell us, she speaks a little English.
A ver, mami. ¿Quieren para qué?
So once we got a few of the prices, a few of the workers walked us around the site showing the plants that they could offer, and the good news was the prices were great, and they showed us a different variety of plants, but they also showed that they had the same type of plant in different sizes, which would affect the price as well, which is a great option and which we could use for our budget. So, on to the second site. This is Vivero Paraiso, and it's located in the village of Pitillal, and it was only about a 15-minute walk from the other location. This nursery was also quite large, probably not quite as large as Shalom, but definitely well organized and lots of variety of plants here and some that weren't available in the other nursery. So if you're shopping for plants, then I highly recommend you go to both locations because you may find something in this one that you didn't find in another. And they also are a full service location, so they will put your plants into boxes, they'll bring dirt, they have full delivery service as well. And I will say that the English here was actually fantastic as well. They were able to help us out immensely. So again, I'm just going to walk you through this particular location so you have an idea of what they have to offer. And again, it's quite large and lots of different options for plants. And they do sell them in a variety of different sizes, and the size of the plant does affect the price. Some compost. This place is big. Lots of bougainvilleas, croutons, different size. These are cool. agave. Looks like an orange. Lots of cactus. And roses. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And I hope you found it useful. So if you're looking for plants or shrubs or trees in Puerto Vallarta, Shalom and Paraiso, viveros, which stands for means nursery in Spanish, are great here.